What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Oh, how you guys doing? We playing through some Tomb Raider today. I don't know how far we'll get. I think we'll be bouncing from Tomb Raider and World of Final Fantasy first, whichever. Man, we've done a lot of working out yesterday. Way too much. My poor body. That's sore. So sore. Oh, I feel like I've been hit with a stick. Kill wild animals. Blah blah blah. Thank you for that host, Pyro. By the way. I don't know why it didn't pop up on this thing. Oh, that's why, because it's not connected. Feels like Twitch messes up their API at least a couple times a week. Not that this. I may fall asleep, but I'm here. What's up, Ducky? I do have that effect. I am very exciting, right? We just put people right to sleep. Right to sleep. Should I probably click this before we start? Click the starting soon screen. Seems like this game takes a while to load. Oh, shut up. Oh, you want to fight? Huh? Mud or Jello, right? I remember cherry Jello, of course, of course, of course. This game's kind of loud. It's always cherry. Yeah. I haven't really had Jello in a while. Oh, so is kiddo one off to school then? Now we're back to another loading screen. GG. Are we playing on hard or are we playing on normal? I don't even remember. Let's see. Where was that at? I guess. Oh, I think we're on normal. I think. Maybe. Maybe? Been really enjoying this Tomb Raider. I think I like the second one better so far, but we haven't gotten very far in this one yet. Where the hell do we go? I think I just like the environment better is the big thing. I don't like the jungle as much. I do stream kind of early. I tried to do like night streams for a little bit, but that did not go very well. He's very entertained already. Oh yeah. Nothing wrong with being. Is he not in school? Not in school.
All full up. Can't carry anymore.
Game's kind of fun to watch. I just die a lot though. Don't usually die to enemies though. We usually just die because we missed time a jump. We just splat on the ground. Pretty good at that. Pretty good at just falling to our deaths over and over again. Yeah, what would waits for the bus in like 40 minutes. That's so weird. I guess it's kind of nice. Here, they put all the kids on the same bus. I don't really like that, especially because they don't have a bus monitor. I honestly thought about taking mine off the bus because of stuff like that. Looks like we're gonna die doing that. There's somewhere else we can go. I feel like we're gonna die if we try to do this jump here. Oh, nope, we made it. Nope, it's fine. I still kind of wish I could have went to my nephew's school. That's so nice. Like, they get home by like 3 o'clock, you know? I feel like mine takes forever to get home. And they give them a lot of homework and stuff. So you just ain't got time to do nothing. Oh! We almost messed that jump up. Kinda with platforms, I wish they would bring back Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia was always fun. Kinda changed a lot as time went on. Supposed to jump there? Or I think over there. Yeah. Oh, I remember to hold the R2 button. Kinda hoping we can make it like through this level without like dying at all, but we'll see. There's something right there, but I think that's a glitch. I don't think that's actually anything. Why didn't she not grab a hold of that? There we go. Got it. Easy peasy. No deaths or a pro. Don't mean to brag.
There's a 3-stepped edge on one side that looks to have been carved by hand. Interesting. The other edge is roughly broken, like it's been shattered. This is only a piece of something larger.
Maybe that's $4. Yeah. I always kind of wish. Oh, that hurt. Oh, we can't hit a shot up there. Apparently I can't hit this guy with that. I think we might be dead here. Man, it's hard to hit people with this. really don't like the angle on these guns at all. It's hard to tell me about a school story. Yeah, it always stinks because like mine always comes home with something like cheap, like an eraser or something, and that's she like tears up or loses before she even gets home. It's kind of dirty. Well, my nephew's school, like, which my mom doesn't drive, so I take her to the grandparents thing, like the grandparents day. Like they always do grandparents day on the week of the book fair and stuff. Oh, we're full of that. That's not good. But they always do it on the book fair. Like, well, grandparents are more likely to spend money. Here we go. Can't get that other skin. Build more of it, I guess. I don't think we can come back here either. Which I guess is kind of nice. You get to kind of see what they pick out. That's smart it is. Like every year that I've taken her, they've done that. They've done the book fair on that week. I've got a book or two there too. I love the book fair. I'm a big nerd. I always liked it growing up too. I really hope my kiddos into reading and stuff.
Oh, shit!
I always loved it. Always.
Abby, how are you making out?
Almost at it. Whatever it is. You?
Look for a fragment of stone with a 3-stepped edge. I found one here. I'm sure we're looking for 2 others.
You're the expert.
Book fairs are awesome. Yes, they are. Like. Oh, oh, oh. Same with like bookstores, which sadly stores are kind of like going away now. But I always loved bookstores, like going to look at books and stuff. Same with game stores, go and hang out with game stores. All that stuff's kind of dying out, sadly. It was always kind of fun to just go out and look, even if you weren't planning on buying anything.
Can't carry any more.
Awful, awful. I need to go sell some stuff again. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with reading. She's doing really good with math, but reading, yeah. I really don't like schools nowadays, which I think they've always been like that. But on Amazon or something, it is. It's so much more satisfying picking them up and reading the backs or just looking at them. That's why I kind of miss old school games too, like PS2 games and stuff, because you could like, or PS1 games, you'd open them up and you could check out the little artwork on the inside, and they had the little manual and you could go through it. Like you never really used the manual, but it was still so cool to have. A lot of that like stuff is gone now. It's so sad. They're like, nobody read the manual, but it's like, it's cool, right? Another little item. Ugh. But they don't do that stuff no more. I remember I used to go to GameStop and I would not buy a game if it didn't have the manual with it and stuff. Or the cover art. I remember going to GameStop one day and I picked out the case that had the cover art and had the manual, and they like switched it out. And I noticed like when I was walking back to the car, so I literally I walked right back in there and I'm like, man, can you give me the other case for this and my thing back? Kind of dirty that they do stuff like that. But I guess it looks better on the shelf, you know, have one with all this stuff. Still, it's like it's mine. Fine. So we just see if we can make anything before we sell any of this. I don't think we can. Are we on the hunting thing? I think we are, right? Yeah, hunting. that. Don't do that. Should've probably not done that, rip. I guess it don't matter. I think that's all the upgrades we can do right now. This is upgraded complete. We'll just upgrade all this crap. I just got a Kindle not too long ago and I kind of regret it. I still feel like I'd rather just read an actual book than off a Kindle. It's kind of annoying. Spent money on it, then I'm like, well, I think I'd still rather do an actual book. I didn't get anything with the Fox that I can upgrade. Might as well just sell one of them, I guess. Sell some of it, just in case we run into another Fox like that. Amazon's kind of a garbage company anyways, too. They do a lot of shady crap. These books are better, yeah. That's what me and Perps have been doing this year, is trying to push each other to read more because we haven't been reading a lot lately. It feels like the older you get, I don't know why. It's just been tougher for me to read. I remember growing up, I used to read like big books, man, like 500 or 600 pages up to 1,000, and still read probably like 50 books a year, if at least.
Hi there.
Now it's like I'm lucky to
See
read like
anything that you
5 an entire year. Like, man, I don't know why. It's just so much tougher.
A good deal for both of us.
Good deal for both of us. You can be more active on that social media too.
Enjoy.
Just could sell one more.
A good deal
I
for
think I
both
just
of
sold
us.
2 more. I meant to sell 1 more, but it's fine.
Excellent choice.
I thought me and Perps thought about doing like some kind of
A good deal for both of us.
maybe a book club kind of thing, where we could just all pick a book and read it together.
I'm always ready to
Try to
do
like
business.
read a chapter so often, but we haven't figured out how to go about doing that, or if we want to actually do that or not. Read now, yeah. Sucks. Getting older sucks in general. That'd be cool, yeah. It's same with the doing the watch party thing. We need to start doing that too. Me and Perps have been watching shows together, but we haven't been doing the watch party thing lately. So if you have any ideas, you see any shows on Amazon you would think you'd like to watch, just let me know or let her know. I need some ideas. We really liked AFK. That was a lot of fun. I never heard of it before we started watching it, I don't think. But watch parties and maybe a book club is what we're thinking about starting. I just don't know enough people, I guess, which I guess it doesn't matter. 2 or 3 people wouldn't be bad. But I look, yeah. I think they have all the stuff that's on Amazon, I think. Pretty sure. It's kind of tough that it's only in America and you have to have Amazon Prime. It makes it a little bit more difficult to get people to do it. If we did do it, it would probably watch party would probably be like Wednesday night, at least. I could do Wednesday nights because the kiddo's gone.
Hand carved on one side.
And then maybe, I don't know.
Broken on the other. Definitely part of something larger. It's almost familiar, but I wonder.
Yeah, Perps is the biggest thing. Perps is the biggest. She's the one that's usually got stuff going on, unlike me. No, she's usually got something going on. I'm usually nights I try to focus on the kiddo if I can, but Wednesday she's gone. But I try to spend time with the kiddo, trying to do schoolwork and
Lara,
trying
I
to do
think
all
I have one of those stone
catch
things
up.
here.
I've got the others.
Now what?
Now we put them together and see what your grandmother is trying to tell you.
Pilar understood Grandma better than anyone. Meet me at
Not
her
easy.
place.
I'm gonna skimp right over that. Just gonna skimp right over that. Yeah, I don't. I stream, right? I stream and I babysit. And babysitting is it's supposed to be Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I think, but I think it's changing. Or until I stream or babysits like 5ish and then come home. Or just go see the kiddo and then we do schoolwork and all that other stuff. Man, it feels like they give second graders a lot of homework, and I think their homework is kind of useless in my opinion. I don't like how they do homework.
Impossible. I can't carry anymore.
Some of it ain't bad, but I really dislike spelling words, man. Dislike spelling words, how they do spelling words. So, bleh, bleh, bleh. I'll go over and get this, actually. Yeah. Been nice getting to know you, Ducky, though. It's been fun. It's kind of exhausting sometimes meeting new people. Let's see, where does this go? I don't think we can go in here yet, can we? No, we need a shotgun. Is this spelling words? How many spelling words does he get a week? Maybe you could give me some tips on what to do with spelling words. Ours is annoying because they try to trick the kids with their spelling words. Like, I think last week, or no, the week before last, they had all the words where it was literally like, it was all the ones that had R in the middle, you know, like born and like all the ones that all sound the same, so you can't really sound them out, you just have to remember them. And there was like 10 of those. I'm sitting there like, man, we like spread them out a little bit. We do like die stuff, which she kind of enjoys, where, you know, which they make them run them 5 times each. Yeah. And that's what they do a lot with these words. They trick them. Like this week is all like the ing words and all the the er ones. And it's kind of annoying because it's literally like I kind of see what they're trying to do, but it just makes it confusing for her. It just doesn't seem like a very good way to learn them, in my opinion. I mean, I can kind of see what they're doing, but I feel like they should do like maybe if they're gonna do that, like do it like half of them, maybe like, because she gets 12 words, and when 10 of them are like tricky words, it's kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. I've been trying to figure out like some new games or something to play with her so she enjoys it a bit more. Trying to find something. We've been doing like dice, you know, if she misses a word, we roll the dice and it tells you how many words she has to write. And she enjoys that. She misspells it. It would be kind of nice to figure out something else. I need to get a printer, so maybe that would help. Because they do give you like some like worksheets you can do that look kind of fun. If I could just get a printer.
I was hoping Abigail would be with you.
She's on her way. Hi.
What's up, Omega? How you doing?
Ah, it's been too long, child. Oh, let me look at you. Still with the short hair, I see.
Wasn't even looking at her.
Auntie, we
Kinda
found
pie.
something in Grandma's map.
Actually, your hair could be better too, now that I see you again. The pair of you are like tomboys out chasing after.
Auntie, please. Why did Grandma want me to have the map? I deserve to know.
Do you remember the stories your grandmother used to tell you as a child? About a magical, hidden place built by your ancestors?
Yes, but I grew up, and she grew old, and nothing magical ever happened.
But she didn't forget her promise. It's there, in your hands.
Why now?
I'm only the custodian of the map. It's up to you to discover its purpose.
Abby, I'm sure whatever is revealed in this map will lead to that hidden place and your answers. I hope so. All right, let's take a look. If we place each one of the fragments on the map where they were found, like so... That's the Chacana, the Inca cross. It represents the 3 levels of existence. The upper world, the middle world, our world, and the underworld.
It also represents the things that make us human, like the ability to love, to take action, to gain wisdom.
But if I'm remembering correctly, the center of the Chacana is said to represent Cusco, the capital of the Inca Empire. In the context of the map, we're hundreds of miles from there.
Well, there are many interpretations of the Chacana. Cusco, a portal from one world to the next. It is also said to be the Eye of God, a guardian keeping watch over us all.
So, what are we looking for? I mean, this has to point to something, right? Let's take a closer look. There has to be something we're not seeing. Something... There! I thought it was a small blemish when I first saw it, but in this light, it looks like a Maya hieroglyph. Maya? That doesn't make any sense. We are Inca. What does it say? Hahil. It means truth. Truth? Truth about what? I don't know. Does this place on the map mean anything to you? Grandma and I would sit there when she told me stories about the hidden place.
Perhaps you'll find your answers there.
Are you ready? Keep the map. I'll meet you there.
For now. See, that's the annoying part. I don't like how their school does it.
I thought the pieces looked familiar. It's not until I put them all together that I can see it. It's the Chacana, the Inca cross. There are many
We already. That's what I don't like about hers. Hers is literally, and it's annoying. Her homework for her words are literally. Her words are literally like, hey, let's just write them 5 times each. So you have to write them like, what is that, 60 times? So like trying to like figure out time to like write those stupid words down like that, which to me does not help her learn them at all, or even what they mean. It just seems like such a useless exercise to do for her. Time it never opens window. And it's really frustrating because that's all they want her to do. So it's like Monday night, I literally just go through and have her write them 5 times each and just get it out of the way. Because Wednesday night she's busy. She goes, by the time she gets back, she's on bed. So it's like Tuesday I try to study, and they also give them like 30 words that they need to learn to read by the end of the week, and plus math, and if they have science and other stuff, it's just like, man, there's just not, it doesn't feel like there's enough time in the day. But I hate like the 5 times each, because it just seems such a useless way to learn. I need more motivation, I guess. For motivation. Knowing what sign that never opens windows in New Beginning. It does. That's what I said. It's literally like that's all she does. I don't know. It's just so annoying. Cause my nephew's school, they do the same way. They do sentences. They learn like, you know, how the word works in a sentence and stuff. And I like that. It sounds like so much better. But it's like that's the biggest issue I'm having right now with this school is there's not enough time to do like actual learning stuff. It's all just kind of like tedious nonsense that doesn't really help her. It just kind of sucks. So I'd really love for her to just be able to just focus on like learning some of this stuff that she's a little bit behind on. But so much time is spent doing useless homework, in my opinion. It's so freaking annoying. And this school is very much just wants to hold them back, man. I know so many people that got held back in the first grade. So many. It seems like that's their option. You know, if the kiddos don't do well, their first instinct is just to hold them back. That's always like their option. That's what they told us. Like I went to a parent teacher conference, right? And it was like the middle of last semester. And that's what they told me. They're like, oh, you're going to probably have to hold her back because she's behind. And it wasn't like, and then I asked, I was like, well, what can we do to help, right? What can I do better to help her catch up a bit? And the response was, you're doing it, right? You're already doing it. You're doing it. And it's like, they didn't want to give me an option of a better way to help her. It was literally just, oh, just hold her back. And I said it wasn't even like that deep into the school year. It wouldn't even like, maybe it was November, maybe it was a little bit later, but it was like literally their option was just to hold her back, not like, hey, let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can buckle down and maybe get her to do better. It was just, hey, let's hold her back. And that said, it happens a lot. Like, that's what a lot of people were telling me. They're like, oh, it's not a big deal to hold her back. My kiddo got held back. They done this. And I'm like, that's why? Why don't we help them instead of doing that? And that's what they said. They're like, well, she'll be a leader. She'll do so much better. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do that.
Abby, keep your radio close. I'll stay in touch if I find anything.
Sounds good.
I don't know which way we're supposed to go here.
You can count on that.
It helped so much, yeah. As I said, it was completely useless what the teacher was saying. They were very much just like, well, just hold her back. Which I got held back in first grade too when I was younger. But I got held back because I basically had selective mutism as a kid. Had a lot of different things going on as a kid. So they assumed I couldn't read and
exit somewhere.
that I didn't know anything. So it kind of... But that's what I've been trying to do, figure out how she learns. And it's weird to me because their class is not that big either. Like, their class is only 16 kids, and they have a teacher, and I think they have an assistant still. But it's not like they should be like overwhelmed with the amount of kids they have. They only have 16, and they have a teacher and an assistant. Like, to me, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't know, teachers.
Need to open the gate.
As I said, I really wish I would have put her in my nephew's school. I was thinking
This
about it,
architecture is definitely
but I would have
Maya.
to put like my brother's address to do it.
Strange.
And
Why
I
would my
just
grandma
never
want
went
me to
around. I
know
should
about
have. I really regret not doing it now with all the crap I've had to deal with.
Looks like this bridge works like the last one.
Cause my niece, she's in preschool, and like the amount of stuff she's doing in preschool is crazy to me. Cause like
Looks
our
like this bridge
her
works
school
like the
didn't do
last
this
one.
stuff. Like they didn't do that stuff. And I think that's what happened, and that's what got her behind was literally just bad preschool and kindergarten teachers. Like I don't think the
Got to be a way to swing that
first
pendulum
graders,
over here.
the first grade one is horrible per se. It's just like their option of this holding back is what completely screws everything up. I mean, other than that, they seem like they're trying to teach them.
Got to be a way to swing that pendulum over here.
It's just this other crap. I think that's my plan though. If I can just get her through this year, and then spend this summer preparing her and seeing if we can like fill in all the gaps that she's supposedly missing.
The wall behind this pendulum. If I had to guess, I'd say this place is a massive forge. But on this scale, what would they be forging that would require this kind of heat?
Sorry, I'm not gonna be much help to you there.
That's kind of my plan. Yeah. Maybe find her a tutor this summer.
The wall behind this place. It's an ancient forge. Pendulum could be climbed.
I kind of just feel like now, if I like try to do too much now, it's just gonna get her frustrated. I mean, they do
The
so
wall
much
behind this
homework and
pendulum could be
crap. It's
climbed.
kind of hard for me to find time for other stuff. Can I shoot this while I'm on it?
The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed.
This one?
The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed.
Yeah. Get to he was behind in first grade because kindergarten was bad. Yep. That's what I really regret, like not doing more with her after kindergarten. I just
The wall
assumed that
behind this
they done
pendulum
everything
could be
right.
climbed.
And then I kind of realized when she got in first grade I was wrong. I was like, well, shoot. Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense.
What have you got?
If I had to guess, I'd say this place is a massive forge. But on this scale, what would they be forging that would... The wall behind this
Sorry,
pendulum
I'm not
could be
gonna be much help
climbed.
to you there.
The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed. The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed. The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed. The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed.
Happened. He was the first. Yeah.
The wall behind this pendulum
Like I
could be
said,
climbed.
it's just kind of annoying how they just set it up and they just throw unopen.
The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed.
So unopened. So unwilling to help.
The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed.
I'm just kind of over this year. I'll be glad when she's done. And hopefully next year goes better. Hopefully next year.
The wall behind this pendulum
It's really
could
annoying
be
because it's
climbed.
like, that's what I thought. It's like, hey, I'm willing to try to help her more if there's a way for me to help her more. And they just were just so unopen. It's like, I at least care enough to... I don't know where I'm supposed to go here. I'm confused.
The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed.
Wall but just behind the pendulum. Wall behind the pendulum.
The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed.
So confused. I don't get what it wants me to do. I know it
The
says like,
wall behind this pendulum
how do we
could be
get behind
climbed.
it?
The wall behind
And
this
that's what a lot of
pendulum
people that
could
I've
be
talked to
climbed.
lately, they've all said it's no big deal to hold her back. I'm just like, really? Okay. Seems like that's what everybody wants. Hold her back.
The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here.
The wall behind this pendulum could be climbed.
I'm so annoyed. Let's see. What are we doing? Somebody help me out. What are we doing here, guys? Try to fire over again. I don't know where I'm supposed to jump from here. Like it says go behind it, but I don't know how to go behind it. Like, what am I missing? Well, that didn't work. Thought maybe if we shoot this one. Then shoot this one. Oh, that don't work. Which my kiddo's really been liking ABC Mouse. He's been doing pretty well with
Behind this
that.
pendulum could
It
be
seems to help
climbed.
a bit. Seems to help. Unless I'm supposed to shoot this and then just jump to this really long. And that's what I was supposed to do. Yep. Spent all that time, and then I just realized, like, wait a second, why don't I just jump when it moves? Zombie. Oh, zombie.
Need to reach that pendulum.
Gotta love when that happens, right? You spend so much time, and then you're like, wait a second, why don't I just do this? Oh.
The gas is on.
I should have made arrows before we open those.
This bridge must work like the others.
Why did we make gas here? I wish we had a map. I think you got two options here. I think you can either go this way
The
or
wall behind this pendulum could be climbed.
oh. Kinda confused. What's the point of this one? What's the point of like moving that gas?
This bridge must work like the others.
I'm hungry. Hungry, hungry, hungry.
Gonna be quite the climb.
My headset's crackling for some reason. I hope you guys can hear the crackling in stream, but
There
I
are
can hear it.
statues here. Huge faces arranged in a circle around a central column. They're watching over it like sentinels. But what are they guarding?
You can't believe that I don't. Now I kind of wish I came with you.
These platforms look just like those bridges.
It's funny, her grandma wanted her to do this, and Laura's like, no, it's fine, I'll do it. Don't worry, you don't have to do anything. I will do it for you.
These platforms look just like those bridges. That's the same bucket as on the pendulums. These platforms look just like those bridges.
I'm kind of confused what we're supposed to be doing here. Zombie's not very good at puzzles. Oh, I'm out of arrows. Ugh. I wish you could hold more than 4 fire arrows. That would be nice.
This gas head isn't active. That gas head probably works like the one at the entrance. Per seismic imaging results, 25th of November, 1983. Massive oil fields beneath the village. I have conducted a physical examination of area and can confirm this to be the case. Recommend full drill operation. Paul Veneer will be back in the black. Village expendable. recommend stage O1 outbreak if buyout ineffectual. We cannot allow the... Strange. The report cuts off mid-sentence.
Very weird. Wait, did my chat move? I'm missing something. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah, it's good. Oh, I think my chat moved.
That gas head probably works like the one at the entrance.
Oh, it's funny. I was gonna tell a story. That's what it was. We went to I went to a I think it was a Halloween event. I think it what it was.
That gas head probably works like the one at the entrance.
And they were doing a dance contest, right? They were doing a dance contest during this Halloween party event thing. And the DJ like said, you know, like, and the kiddo won. She won the dance contest, which she was very excited about. Well, the prize, he's like, okay.
Whoever was wearing this either had a splitting headache or they didn't leave at all.
He said, he's like, yeah, you won. And he said, your prize is you don't have to go to school all summer. But now she's been like bragging to like she was bragging for a while. And I think she still mentions it off and on. She's like, I don't have to go to school this summer. And she's just like, felt like it was such a good prize.
There's dried blood here.
Felt like it was such a good prize that she didn't have to go to school in the summer and all of her friends had to. And I'm like, yeah, totally. Well, it was very adorable because she was just very like gung. She's like, oh, I don't have to go to school. She thought it was like such a great prize that she didn't have to go to school this summer. Can't remember what the other prize was because he done another dance one and there was another prize for that.
Go back down to bring the platform back up.
It kind of stinks though because I kind of thought about putting her in summer school.
These platforms look just like those bridges. These platforms look just like those bridges. That gas head probably works like the one at the entrance.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I can't do it to her now because he thinks that was her prize, was not to go.
Down to
So
bring the
it's
platform back up.
still kind of bad making her go after she thinks she. It's like, man. We keep on dying here. I don't know how to get like to that other platform. It's like it's one of those things because she's so like excited. She's like, "Oh, I don't have to go." Which I've got workbooks and I've got different things, so we should be fine, I think. I actually thought about putting her like in after school, but I feel like there's just so little time, man. I think if she was like my nephew's school, I would probably do it, but she'd be home like too late. She'd be home way too late. He likes that kind of stuff. I'm glad. I hope she never loses that. She's a very unique kid. Really hope she don't lose that uniqueness. Kind of hard, I think, being a kid and being different. Kind of hope she keeps it.
Need to go back down to bring the platform back up.
I don't know what we're supposed to do here. I thought we're like why did I swear. I can't get her to like throw her thing. My boys are very different, yeah. And it's kind of funny because kids too, and it's kind of hard to explain to kids how it
These
works, but
platforms look just like those bridges.
kids are different, so a lot of times you have to like raise them different and treat them different, and kids cannot get that in their heads. Like they never understand that. They're always like, why do you treat me different than them? Why? And it's like, you know, it's because you're different kids. Different things work. You know, you guys don't think the same. You don't really act the same. So and you can never get kids to like understand that concept of. That's the one thing I've dealt with is like especially my niece and nephew and my kiddos like being around each other. It's like they act different. He did come from me. Difference good. It kind of sucks though, because at a certain point they do want to become more like other kids. It's kind of hard to avoid that.
That gas head probably works like the one at the entrance. The gas is on. Need to go back down to bring the platform back
I
up.
think that's kind of the problem with schools too. A lot of times is it's very much cookie cutter, right? I mean, it makes sense. There's a lot of kids usually. I need to like get her to throw her thing on this. What is she not doing in this, right? I don't get why she's just like jumping. Freaking just die over here over again. We're supposed to do a spin or workout spin for every death. I need to remember. That's 4 spins, right? 4 spins. Try to keep track of this somewhat. Cover me, yeah. My kiddo is like way different than me, and I'm really glad because I am not a very outgoing person. And she's outgoing. She likes other kids. She likes meeting new people. She likes trying new things. Kind of nice. She's a lot different than me somehow. I don't know how it happened, but I'm really glad because I was always. He gets me to go out, going out more and doing stuff than I would without her, definitely. I'll have to wait till Ducky goes to sleep though before we do the workout spin. Can't do workouts in front of Ducky. No way. It's like that, yeah.
The gas is on. Need to go back down to bring the platform back up.
Ugh, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what, I think we're supposed to like grab onto that platform over there, but I don't know how to get her to do it. She doesn't do it right. Dang it, Laura. Couldn't see workout anyways. Oh, you did? Oh yeah, I forgot to turn it back on. Forgot to turn it back on. Oops. Raj, you didn't say something before. You know you can't resist all this beauty. Right? Very hard. All the beauty. All the beauty, miss. I'll turn down the charm, don't worry. Turn it down a little bit, right? All the charm and all the good looks. This child for a while. Did he finally go to school? Zombie's trying to like see how many times we can die, right? We'll go for the records.
The gas is on. Need to go back down to bring the platform back
Dare
up.
you pay attention to your child, Ducky? How dare you? Kind of mother are you?
Need to go back down to bring the platform back up.
I know we need to go back down, but how do we go back down without dying? I'm so triggered. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Balls, balls, balls. How many deaths is that? Is that 2 more spins? We're up to 6 spins. We're gonna be frickin'. Might do spins tomorrow. Might do spins tomorrow. We did a lot yesterday. As it gets to airport, 7:45 or not till. Really? That's so weird. You don't drive though, do you? So you can't just take him to school. What grade is he in? What grade is he in? First grade? I'm guessing. So weird. Third? Really? That's so weird. See, that seems fine to have so many spelling words at his age. Like, that makes more sense in 3rd grade. Mine's in 1st grade. Why the heck is she getting so much things? Why is she getting 12 spelling words?
Need to go back down.
That's a
to
lot
bring the
for-
platform back up.
Right on freaking 5 times each. So trigger. I don't know what we're doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Never. Oops, I've done that wrong. It's supposed to be. Well, I guess it's 7 spins now. 7. Then this. Dash. Push the wrong button. 3rd. That is another thing I think about holding kids back. Like, man, you're in school for so long. He's gonna. Oh, you got timed out. Get wrecked, Ducky. Let's see. What's it say? Just deleted everything. Right, let me go to this. He's gotten a lot since first. He has to spend all night on homework back then. Yep. It sucks too because it's like you don't get a like wind down time. I try to at least like stop my kiddo from doing schoolwork by like 6:30. I don't know. She should probably do some more, but it's like 6:30. You know, she can take a bath and then she can just chill for the rest of the night. I don't feel right making her do schoolwork all night.
That gas head probably works like the one at the entrance.
I think that is the problem though. They should teach them more in kindergarten. I feel like 1st grade is way too much. It's like, well, you're just gonna shove like all this knowledge in 1 year. You have to learn how to read, learn how to do math, learn how to write well. It's like, it's just all at once. Good luck to you. Good luck. Ugh, zombie's gonna just... Zombie's just gonna cry. I have so many freaking spins, man. We still haven't figured out a game to play either, Ducky. I'm gonna read it in a month. Yeah. Which is pretty impossible, honestly. Reading is a very hard thing to learn. There's so many rules, and you forget all those rules too. That's the big thing. Like, you forget all those rules. Which I guess you don't have to like read perfectly, but man, there's so many stupid rules. English language is dumb. It's very dumb. Kiddo was very much like why are we doing it like this? This doesn't make sense. And I'm like, well, I don't. I know it doesn't make sense, but I don't know what to tell you.
The gas is on.
I feel like I'm not supposed to go that way. Maybe I'm just supposed to go this way, right? There's no way to get through here, right? No. Less than 6 weeks though. That's pretty good though. Wish I had your help. I'm trying to like keep up with all this crap.
Need to go back down to bring the platform back up.
Oh, well, okay, there we go. Well,
These platforms look
apparently
just like those bridges.
apparently we weren't supposed to use that platform yet. GG. supposed to get home from school? Finally got it. I'm dying. to do the Same thing over and over again.
Another explosion would raise the platform. This gas isn't active either.
Okay, whatever. I think whatever. Stupid thing fell out from under me as soon as I walked on it. Best plus. Zombie's getting all the deaths. We're up to 40 deaths today now because of this and this one platform, this one place. Died 9 times today, I think. Which I guess if you went to school for teaching, you probably got some good ideas about how to do it, go about a lot of this stuff. I don't remember a lot of this stuff, sadly. I don't remember a lot of it. Trying to like keep up and try to figure out how the teachers teach now too is very hard.
This gas isn't active either.
Don't take care of kids. Yeah. Well, I've always taken care of kids, but like from I don't know, it's so weird like how people learn so differently. I cannot figure out like I can't figure out what helps her learn. Cause he's very much one of those kids that like gets it right 9 times out of 10 and then just randomly just doesn't get it right anymore.
Here lies the missing man from Porvenir. Killed
It
himself
kind of
with
sucks.
Mariana
I
Ortiz.
think I've gotten through to her and then
He
just
will not
randomly she
find
just
the
don't
body,
remember it.
but his note instead. When I found him out, he attacked me, so I hit him on the head. It was his greed, not me, which made him dead. I'm sorry for his family that will never know his fate. If this note is discovered before I'm dead, you know where to find me.
In our school, her school, I
Abby,
helped other kids with their
I
homework.
found a note. It was written by your grandmother. She confesses to killing a man to protect herself and the village. She calls him the missing man from Porvenir. Does that mean anything to you?
I remember when I was a little kid, there was a search. One of the workers disappeared. They never found him. Shortly after that, the last of the oil dried up and Porvenir left. Grandma killed that guy. My grandma.
I don't think she had a choice.
I think that's another thing that most kids struggle with. They never really learn how to learn, right? That's the problem. They never learn, so it's always a struggle. And I think you really notice it like when you go from like high school to college. Like a lot of kids just struggle in college too and drop out because of it's
The platform should go back up.
it's so hard for like the kids to realize like how to study and how to I don't know, we just don't prepare our kids very well at all in general, I feel. I was always such a bad student growing up.
The platform should go back up. The platform should go back up.
I know, Laura, I know. So much harder, yeah.
Another explosion would raise the platform.
And that's said, our school system is very much built on just
This
teach everybody the
counterweight
same
can lift
way.
the petal outside.
very much. What's up, Amber? How you doing? How's Amber? Dude. Oh, not that's what. I just want to set myself on fire there. Fine.
There must be a way to reach that path.
That path?
That's too easy. Something's fishy.
Too easy.
There must be a way to reach that path. Those must raise the petals. Looks like the right way.
Not too
The
bad.
switch must be nearby.
Talking about all this fun stuff you deal with with kiddos, right? All that fun stuff.
Looks like a place to cross.
Things are all so good. Go back that way. I think I'm gonna die again here. I don't know which way we're supposed to go.
Looks like a place to cross.
Oh, that scared me. I didn't think she was gonna make it.
Looks like a place to cross. My sweet Abigail, it is time you learned the truth about your past and your responsibility for the future. You are a guardian, Abigail, as I was. As my mother was before me and hers before her, and so on and so on. All the way back to the time of Queen Aberrane, the mother of multitudes. Centuries ago, she led my people from the dry death of the great drought in Guatemala to the safety of this valley. On her deathbed, she chose a guardian from her line, and the responsibilities of mother were passed on. Eventually, that gift was given to me. Now, with my death, my sweet Abigail, I pass on the responsibility of guardian to you. You already know what to do. You've been doing it all your life. You are the mother of multitudes.
On the
now.
right, yeah.
Keep our story well.
That's what Perps was trying to do. She wanted to help
Abby,
too,
I've got your
but trying to
grandmother's
figure out
journal.
how to help her
It's-
from being so
she's
far
written
away
to
is
you.
not.
You'll want to read it for yourself. It might be a lot to digest.
You can't leave me hanging like that. Go on. What does it say?
The short of it, you're a descendant of the Maya Queen Aberrane on your grandmother's side. You're the latest in a long line of protectors that...
What? Queen Aberrane. Grandma is related to a Maya queen. Wait, I'm related to a Maya queen.
Yes, you're a guardian from what your grandmother said. It's all here.
What does that mean? I'm not even Maya. This day has gotten way too heavy. Pilar's got a lot of explaining to do.
Man, but Perps,
Looks like a
Perps,
place
man,
to cross.
she was really smart growing up, man. Perps, like crazy smart. Swear. Not person,
Looks like
yeah.
a place to cross. It shows a great journey south from Mexico to Peru. Thousands of people following their queen escaping mass drought.
Yeah, it's like
Abby, I found a mural depicting
even
her
starting
great
young,
journey.
she
Looks
was
like a
really
place to
smart.
cross.
Why did she leave them here?
There are many theories about what happened to the Maya. There are old favorites: invasion, civil war, collapsing trade routes. But one theory has become very popular: that the Maya civilization was ultimately doomed by a period of severe climate change. She was probably leading them out of a decades-long drought.
So, where'd they all go?
Got a fresh cut, looking good. Alright, thank you. I did it myself, right? Zombie cut his own hair.
Looks like a place to cross.
Cut all of his own hair. Get the class and all that. Yeah. Well, that's what it is. Like, cause Perp's mother's moving, and her mother was going through some papers, and Perp sent me her thing from like kindergarten. And by the time Perps was in kindergarten, like she was just doing more stuff than first graders were. Like she could read, she could write well, she could do math, she could do like a lot of stuff that first graders struggle with a lot.
All the gas clouds are visible from here.
And it was so crazy to me, like how well, like reading through it, like all the stuff she could do even in kindergarten. Like, man, what's that?
All the gas clouds are visible from here. All the gas clouds are visible from here. One more spin should get the platform to the top.
One more spin. Yeah. And she was we'll brag about Perps, you know, she was
One more spin
valid
should get the platform to the
valedictorian
top.
in high school and stuff. Like, just must be nice to, I don't know. I got tested for 1 point, and they said I had a above average IQ,
One
but
more
it
spin should get
I
the
never
platform
I
to the
could never
top.
do anything with it because I had no motivation at all. Kind of sucks. Kind of a useless, like, right? Got a high IQ but no drive to do anything with it.
There's a sarcophagus here. Made it.
Sarcophagus.
But then,
Like a coffin.
Exactly like a coffin.
I thought it was a forge.
Whoever is buried here, they were very closely tied to this place and its purpose.
I didn't. Yeah, it kind of stinks because I feel like, I don't know. Let me talk about Perps, I guess. Should be. It kind of stinks because she did. She went to school to be an engineer and then didn't. And now she's like, I don't know. Some people are really good, I guess, at that stuff. But then once you get out of school, it's
Made it.
kind of way tougher. It kind of stinks because usually if you're intelligent, you got that very much other problems, you know, like with being social and trying to figure out how to, you know,
Made it.
deal with all the stress. But I was a rebel. I always just barely passed, but I never did homework.
Made it.
I never studied. I mean, I always passed, but I never studied. I never did homework. Very rarely did I do homework. But we'd always pass. That's what I've been trying to like instill in mine is to just enjoy school. Try to get her to like it, right? Get her excited about it. Because if you dislike school, it's the worst. It's the worst. Craft grenades. Deal heavy explosion them in the air to eliminate a group of enemies. Nice. We can do grenades now. Great grenades. Mine loves school. Yeah. Mine seems to now, mostly. I think the problem with a lot of times with school is just other kids, man. I feel like other kids is what ruins school for a lot of people. Teachers can suck, but man, like meeting like the wrong people in school and stuff. It's kind of rough. They say peers, you know, they have such a kids are jerks. Yes, they are. I low key like wanted to spank a kid one day at the park, man. Like get on that kid so much. But these kids, like, they were picking on this one kid, like three of them. They were picking on this little kid, and one of them like threw and hit that kid in the face with the with a can. And you talk about me going off on somebody else's kids. Went off on somebody else's kids. And the thing is, we were at a park, so their parents were close by. Parents were close by, and they still like did not even care what those kids were doing. And I was like, man, it ticked me off though. I was like, do you not know like? Man, it's like it's not my place, but man alive, like do something with your dang kids. Yeah, like and I said they popped that good boy good in the face, and I said I went over there, I went off on some kids, which mine was over by them, and I got onto mine too, which I think it was my nephew. I think it was my nephew at the time, not mine, but I don't think mine was alive yet. But man, some parents just don't care. Don't care. Bad parents, yeah. And it's very common too, bad parents, sadly. There's always a lot of bad parents out there. What are we using? Parent other people's kids? Yeah, because some people don't want to parent their kids. It's really frustrating. It's really hard not to sometimes. I was at the library one day, and this kid had to be about 2 or 3 years old. Maybe he was 3. I'm gonna guess he was 3. And he just like wandered out of the library, like out of the little kids area, and was like going toward the front doors of the library, and his mother didn't even notice. And I'm like, you know, ma'am, your kid's leaving, right? Maybe you should go get them, right? Pay attention a little bit better. Like he is just wandering out the door. My stomach's rumbling. I should eat. Enough for the parents to hear, right?
Found the hidden place?
It was a forge, but something more as well.
Yes. It is the resting place of the Maya Queen Abarrane, the first guardian of Kwakiaku. She built the forge to construct an artifact of great power.
What artifact?
I don't know. Mariana told me that what was born from that place had long been lost. But she said the message it contained would always endure. It was a message of hope for the future.
Ugh.
If you knew about all this, why wouldn't you tell me?
I'm sorry, but I made a promise to Mariana.
So what? I'm supposed to accept that I'm Maya all of a sudden?
Abarrane's bloodline has been diluted over the centuries, but you are descended from her.
So what does this mean?
You're a guardian, Abigail. Like Mariana and her mother before her, all the way back to the time of Abarrane.
My parents just don't care though.
I can't be a guardian.
That's a
I
problem.
have responsibilities here.
You've been protecting this village for years. Hasn't a little bit of you always known? Felt compelled somehow? You are the keeper of the story now.
That's what Grandma used to say. She said it was her job to keep its story, to keep it safe. She promised that one day she would show me where it was, and then I'd be the keeper of its story.
She didn't forget her promise. She just had a different way of showing you.
It's so like her, isn't it? She couldn't just tell me. Had to make a treasure hunt out of it.
I loved your grandmother as if she was my own sister. But sometimes she was a gigantic pain in the ass.
Abby, I think I'll leave you two alone to talk about things. Sounds like you've got some catching up to do. Thanks, Lara. Here, I want you to have this for all your help. And before you say anything, it's customary, so you kind of can't say no. Thank you.
What did we get? Upgrade. The press fire gives you. You acquire plates and pads, cut down. The new outfit? New gun? Let's see what we got. There. You must have made some nice parents, because I swear people around here, like, they will fight you if they feel like you're bad mouthing their parenting. Like, they will fight you. But you must got some nice ones.
How are you?
Check out what I have.
Which where, you know, this is Kentucky, right? Most of the people raising kids are grandparents, you know? Not a lot of people
A
raise
good
their
deal
own
for
kids.
both of us.
Use their grandparents to do
Enjoy.
it.
Excellent choice. Enjoy.
Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Let's go see what we got new. Powder.
I'm always ready to do business.
This sucks how some parents just don't care. And that's what I think ticks me off about school. Because it's like, man, I was trying to be more involved. I'm trying to be more involved. I actually try, and you literally just blow me off. Like, I would have done you blow me off and wouldn't help at all. Like, well, whatever then, I guess. Where's this new outfit at? I don't see it. Is this it? I don't see it. I feel like it's supposed to be not one of the colored ones. I don't really get like why it's not showing me which one's new. At least I just like scrolled over and didn't realize it. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. We got a new gun though. Looks the same though. What's the difference between these two? A different name? Oh, it's red. I feel like red sticks out more, don't it? I don't know which. Got. I don't know. Guess it don't matter. Yeah, it did. It made me very annoyed because, as I said, it was so early in the school year. It's not even like he had zero chance of not catching up. Well, she got a new teacher. I got a new teacher now. I guess we'll see how this new one is. I haven't talked. I've only met her like one time. I'm waiting for the parent-teacher conference again, but I guess I don't know if they're gonna have another one. Feels like it's getting late in the year. I missed that. What? Zombie just sucks apparently. Or no. Ugh. How did that not hit that bird? Went right through it, it looked like. Got shot too late. A zombie and eat you. They come back, don't worry. They just spawn in again, it's fine. I always feel a little bit guilty about killing animals in games. It's so silly, but I feel guilty. It's like the poor animals just enjoying their animal life. And zombie just kills them, right? Monster. Got one document over here that we missed somehow. I think this might be the one we need the grenade thing, no, or not the grenade, the shotgun. I think it's later on in the story. Yeah, shotgun, that's what I thought. I'm gonna eat you, Ducky. I'm gonna eat you. Much attitude, right? I need to find some more supplies. Kind of low. I think there was some over here somewhere. Sounds like a good time. You're kind of a flirt. I'm so glad I'm not a flirt. Glad. Really not flirt? Me neither. What is flirting, right? Never even seen a girl before, let alone flirted with her. I think there's a camp over here, no kidding. Well, the thing is, like, I'm too guilty feeling of a person. It really sucks. I think the kiddo takes advantage of it. Feel guilty too easily. What are we wearing now? What does this one do? Additional plant mineral crafting resources. Kinda need the other one, I think. The man-made one. Ever. Really sucks. I'm too caring of a person too. I know we I wonder if we can do this yet. Teams completed. We've done no teams here. Over here maybe? I think. Not a bad thing? It depends, I guess. I still feel like I feel guilty. It's kind of like my kiddo, right? She wanted to be a YouTuber. So she somehow figured out how to upload videos to YouTube and I didn't know about it. And then I had to find them and then I deleted them, right? I deleted them because I thought she shouldn't be doing that. And she sounded so sad. Like when I deleted this, she's just like, I just want to be a YouTuber. You deleted my videos. Broke my heart. I felt so bad. It's like, dang it. I want to be a YouTuber. And I said she did. She looked so sad and stuff when I deleted it, but it's such a, I don't know, man. A lot of people do that stuff with their kids, but it feels to me like it just is really bad to like get them started, to let other people judge them and stuff like that all the time. It's bad enough like outside of that stuff, and you're, you know, I'd kind of rather her not be judged like that all the time. Okay, let's see if I can remember where this lady was at. I thought about trying to do something maybe with her with YouTube. Me and her. I just need to figure out what I want to do. She, like when she gets a little bit older, but we'll see, I guess. Give them a link. I might do that. Might figure out how to do stuff with her. Oh no, they're gone. Rip. Pretty sure that's where they were at. Dang. Should have bought everything they had when I had the chance. I think they move around. Yeah, 'cause I think they were like right here. I think. Somewhere in this area. Town's so big. It's a llamas. I don't either, honestly. That's why you never see my kiddo like on Discord or anything. Like she comes on stream sometimes, but I try to keep that to a minimum too. But she does pop up on stream off and on. The thing is with that kind of stuff, like they're gonna be on the internet no matter what. You can't really stop it with how the world works nowadays. You kind of like limit it, I guess, but kind of impossible to keep it. Just how things are. Where's this at? Washed me away. So we need...
All full up. Can't carry any more.
With kid too, yeah. It's kind of, I just said it's kind of hard in general. I don't know. I'm surprised that a lot of people give their kiddos like free access to the internet and stuff too. There's so much stuff on the internet. Always kind of surprises me like how a lot of people are just so like. Just free access, right? Do whatever you want. Yeah. It's like cell phones and stuff. Like they get cell phones so young too. Like
Impossible. I can't carry any more.
I feel like most parents just want kids to be out of sight, out of mind, I guess, kind of thing. Which I guess has always been a thing, but. They're watching, yeah, cause that's what I done. Like somebody got my kiddo a tablet,
All full
and
up. Can't
she
carry
had
any more.
kid YouTube. Like she was on kids YouTube, and she still managed to like find stuff she shouldn't be watching. And they're like, well, that stuff is safe. It's it's for kids. And I like checked out some of that stuff, and I'm like, nah, no. Like I said, that was supposed to be like the better version of YouTube, where they can't like access a lot of the other stuff. It still wasn't. Well, I'd use it. Yeah. Need to get her a flip phone, right? Yep.
I don't have enough space for that.
If I ever see her on YouTube, I literally make her sit like in the living room or something. No go into her room, none of that stuff. Have to sit there. What the heck is this at? They washed me away. I followed this and I didn't see where this is supposed to be at. It's X-rated, yeah. Some people do that too, just to get kids. It's kind of weird as hell. People just suck in general a lot of times. Help. It's over here. I don't know where this is at. It's not over here though. Videos of ceiling fans. If they swear, no. And videos. Well, mine's like, of course, wants to watch all that girly stuff, which is kind of iffy, anyways. Very much is. He's like, well, now I need, she wants to do like makeup and do different things. I'm like, you're too young for that. Way too young to be thinking about makeup and that other crap. Where this thing is at? It says it should be like right in here, I would think, but it's not. I don't even wear makeup. Oh well. I think that's a lot of times just a young girl thing. I feel like a lot of people as they get older, most girls are just kind of like, nah, I'm too lazy for that stuff, right? Too lazy to put makeup on all the time, and I think as a kid, it's more just like, well, it's something that you're told not to do, so it's something you want to do because you're told not to do it, kind of thing. Doing it younger and younger, yeah. And I said a lot of it is because of like YouTube and different things. Like they see all these girls dress up, and it's kind of like magazines used to be for us, right? For a lot of girls was, you'd see all these fake girls and wanted to look like them and different things and whatever else. But now it's like, well, it's YouTube and all over the place. Oh, there it is.
Useful.
Finally found it. I go there, I wonder. Why doesn't it let me mark that? Kind of worried about having a girl, but I guess hopefully it goes alright. Feels like boys are a little bit easier a lot of times. A bit easier to deal with. Different problems, I guess, but Morning, perps. How you doing? Let's finally get her booty moving. We better quit talking about her, right? Saying all the nice things about her. She's here. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing which my mom helps with mine because it's like a lot of this girl issues is stuff that I don't know much about. I've learned a lot of that stuff that I never really wanted to know. Learned a little bit more than I wanted to. Where's this at? There. I don't know how you get over there. No. How you get over there? Get you is girly enough for me. I hope we got enough to do this one yet. Gotta be close.
I can't figure out what this means.
I know we like done one of these. Marketed toward girls. So, it's becoming really more common. I don't know how I feel about all that stuff. I don't know. Guess as long as they're happy. All that stuff is kind of too new age for old zombie. But I'm very much like, you know, if they're happy, I wouldn't like tell mine not to play with boy stuff or whatever. Whatever. I don't mind. It's kind of good that a lot of that stuff has changed, though. Honestly, a lot of it more accepted now. I guess depends where you live, but overall, it was more accepted. I can't find that lady that I wanted to talk to again. And yeah. Pink's weird because it wasn't always a girl's color. Wasn't always a girl's color. A lot of this stuff's just kind of.
You have made an excellent choice, my friend. I am certain you will find it useful.
How you feeling today, Perps? How's Perps is feeling?
The gods favor us both. I am certain you will find it useful.
I think that's the difference, though. I guess if it's the kid's choice. I feel like a lot of parents force stuff upon kids that they really shouldn't. With a lot of that different kind of stuff, like a lot of it's like whatever, right? It's the kid's choice.
I am certain you will.
But man, some parents just like all that stuff you hear about. It's just crazy. Just crazy. This stuff is so expensive.
You have made an excellent choice. May the gods smile upon you.
That's stupid. Yeah. Tired, but okay. Yeah, you're got the adult feeling, right?
Welcome.
You like what he likes? I mean, yeah. I think that's one of the biggest things. Is like they're allowed to be open to do what they want to do, kind of thing. I think that's the difference.
The gods favor us both.
Because kids can be cruel, so a lot of them just kind of are embarrassed about what they like and stuff. Don't need a bunch of sheep in the world.
Come back soon.
We don't need a bunch of sheep in the world that just...
It's difficult to make out. People settled between two rivers. They weren't alone. However, these outsiders don't appear dangerous.
How many spins were we at? I should have wrote that down. I put it in chat, which I guess I could just do this, right? 9 spins. Because it's for girls, yeah. And a lot of that happens naturally, though, sadly, especially with school. Mine was very much, it's kind of like a lot of stuff has changed since she's started school, sadly. A lot of stuff that she was like more open to, it's kind of changed a bit because of school. Being with other kids, and of course I live in Kentucky, so it's very much a southern state. People are kind of a bit behind in the times a bit, so it kind of makes a difference. Makes a bit of a difference. Medium size. Oh, guess I should invite Perps to a party. I think we're talking today, right? Invite her, so when she wants to come talk, we'll switch games. Why's my chat so far up there? We start playing house and stuff, yeah. Very weird, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. I think jerks, yeah. It's kind of funny because a lot of moms are even like that. Very much like making them like that. My dad was always a giant mess. Like all the stories I could tell you. So I got kind of, I guess at least I got like a lot of the stuff that I wouldn't want my kiddo to deal with. Kind of thing. Kind of showed me what I would never want mine to learn and deal with. Yeah.
The pilgrimage came to a fort.
I'm just too much of an
Where
overthinker
decided to
personally.
settle. They erected 2 pyramids and began their new lives as protectors of the box.
Not hurting one. That's what that's how I feel. To me personally, like it doesn't really matter what I think or feel about certain things because it's kind of like, for instance, my kiddo goes to church on Wednesdays. Personally, I don't believe in anything. But she enjoys it, right? So why force upon her what I believe, right? Just if she wants to do it, if she enjoys it, that's fine with me. Doesn't hurt her in my opinion. I wouldn't force her to do something like that, but if she wants to do it, more power to her.
This describes something nearby. The waters below protect me from the waters above.
Let her experience stuff, you know, make her own decisions. I think like a lot of stuff like growing up kind of made me a very indecisive person of not knowing what to do. It's kind of like my cousin, man. My cousin, like, he was always from a young age pushed toward the military that he had to join the army. And it kind of sucked because I could kind of tell, like, he did not want to be in the, he did not want to go to the army. He didn't want to be in the military at all. I could kind of tell. He didn't want to do that stuff. But it was always pushed on him forever. So he ended up doing it just because that's what his dad wanted. Kind of a mix for me though. I was never really pushed much to do much of anything growing up. Well, with certain things, I guess it depends, but kind of wish I was like pushed to try different things. Get out of my bubble a little bit more when I was younger. That's probably a difficult child in general, so. Can I go through here? You gotta go through there, right? Working. Don't let me go through there. I don't know why. Maybe it's something later on. It's kind of weird. It's not allowing me to go through that hole. We got, what does this do? Rate of fire and hold time? Hold time's plenty long. My boys every once in a while they don't like our proud of them, yep. That's another thing I've been trying to teach mine is like it's okay to fail. I feel like kind of hard on herself sometimes. It's like it's okay to fail as long as you try. You don't have to do perfect at everything. Wrong with getting it wrong as long as you keep trying. Kind of crap.
During a fierce battle, a man of two bloods throws down his weapons and, speaking with passions, convinces the other warriors to do the same. They follow him from the battlefield into the city, where they behead several merchants whose initial bickering caused the war.
Cause I think that's another thing that kind of goes on with school and stuff a lot of times. Is like they just like let them give up. That's kind of what I'm dealing with now. It's like they just let them give up. You know, they fail, they mess up. Well, that's just too bad. Too bad. Or you get over there. Can't use my weapons or anything. Oh. There's a llama. Llama, llama, mama. I thought about putting mine in like a private school, but there's no good private schools around here. At least ones I would agree with how they teach. They got like a Montessori school, which sounded kind of interesting, but I heard it really makes it tough for them when they get older. Makes it tougher, like when they go into like a normal middle school or a normal high school, it kind of makes it tougher for them. But it sounded kind of interesting. There's that one. I think there's like a Christian school somewhat close by. But it's like, eh. It kind of feels like there's no, like, normal kind of private schools out there, per se. If you start them really young, too, yeah. And I almost did start her young, and almost. Like, I thought about it, and I kind of was too indecisive, and didn't end up doing it. Like, I think she was around preschool age. I thought about it, but it was kind of expensive, too. I couldn't really afford it. So I kind of knocked it out anyways. But as I said, I think it's one of those things, like, if you can't stick with it, right? You end up, like, switching them out of it. It kind of messes them up later. Makes it a bit harder for them. I'm just too indecisive a person. If I ever met someone, I need somebody that's a bit more decisive than me. Even if it's just a little bit.
Location found. Hidden. Terrain difficult to traverse. Seems safe from the stranger's intent on forcing us into
I
slavery.
need somebody to push me a bit. And this would be a lot harder if I didn't have my thing on. Is the opposite? Yeah, see? You kind of that's what I need. Like opposites is kind of nice sometimes and stuff like that. Like have somebody to temper you down a bit, but then you know the other way too. You can push them to do better, and you can push them to It's kind of a nice little like give and take in my opinion. You know, you get somebody that can like temper you a bit, get rid of some of that wildness, but also have somebody to. Nice give and take. I guess it would be a little bit of arguing and stuff, but you know, it'd work out, right? That's how my kiddo's been for me, honestly. It's like she's kind of pushed me to do more that I normally wouldn't without her, which is nice. And she is so outgoing. Ooh, what? She just jumped right past that. Okay, eventually true. I think a lot of people don't have the ability to talk stuff out though too. Feels like a lot of people struggle with that crap.
We found their hidden city easily enough, the coordinates from Trinity being correct. The natives did not trust us, and we entered the city with spears at our necks. There was a tumult against the people. We later learned a cohort of Inca had arrived the month before. Lopez spun a tale of our desertion from the Spanish army, for our hearts could not fathom the destruction they had and would continue to cause, and we gladly exchange any or all of our goods for shelter, if only for a short while. Reluctantly, they allowed us to remain in the city, on the condition we leave our armor and weapons in a small hut outside of the city proper. The men hesitated, and finally we agreed that 2 of us would remain outside, guarding the gear.
I think that's what Perps has known me for about a year now. We hang out fairly often. That's like how I work too. I very much need to talk stuff out. I think I've kind of gotten perps a little bit better at that because it's for me like I always need to talk it out, or it just like bugs me. So it's just easier for me to just speak my mind, let them speak their mind, and stuff works out. You know, I can't deal with people that don't like speak out, especially when they have a problem with you, man. So many people will not like tell you they have a problem with you. It makes it so hard to deal with a lot of people. That's why I guess I don't like most people. It's just too hard to deal with. I very much just want to like deal with it, right? Let's just talk it out, get it done, instead of like dragging it out and making stuff worse. Also argue a lot less now, yeah. Kind of nice. Hey, why can I not like jump onto this? It says I can, but then when I try to, it doesn't work. I talk things out too, yeah. No, Perps probably don't want to think about it, but me and Perps lost like a good friend. Well, we thought we were a good friend over something like that. Like we got in a disagreement one day, and like instead of just talking it out and fixing the problem, they literally just decided to ghost us. Kind of I felt bad about because they ghosted both of us because of what I did one day. Because I. But their answer, like they couldn't deal with conflict, so their answer was just to give up and disappear. I think that Perps has the same problem I have though. We care too much. We literally care about people more than they a lot of times care about us. Way of the world. Yep. And their thing was what you just said. They're like, oh, I just need time to work it out. I'll be fine. So I gave them space. Like I should, because my answer was I wanted to like talk and apologize for some of it what was said, and they very much were like, well, I just need time to think it out. And then like just one day they just completely ghosted, just like randomly, like a couple days later. Like, well, okay. I was like, well, now I kind of wish I would have done it my way and just try to talk it out before they did that, but what can you do? Care about people, yeah. And kind of the people that are still around me are the kind of people that understand that. Yeah. Angry.
Any squad venturing outside Khan must take special precautions in covering their tracks. We're close now, and the last thing we need is droves of tourists showing up trying to be the first to get the perfect selfies in the city.
Big selfies. Well, yeah, that's my problem. I'm good at butting heads with people, though. Pretty good at it. Not to brag, right? It's one of my skills. But you know, we don't usually do that, though. Me and Perps have a problem. We usually talk about it pretty fast. Maybe a bit quicker than she'd like sometimes. I guess. Where was that? There's one more spot I wanted to check here. I'll kill it. Rip. A smidge sometimes, yeah. I think our issue though is like it's just timing, right? Like a lot of times if we don't talk it out, then we have to wait a while, or have to do it through text. And I hate talking stuff out through text. Text is just too easy to misconstrue what you're saying. Right? I hate talking out crap through text. I'd much rather talk it out loud. Much easier for me. Let's see. About 9 o'clock. I think we're gonna end here and switch over to maybe Apex, I guess. Need to play some World of Final Fantasy, but I think I might just start going back and forth one day World of Final Fantasy, next day Tomb Raider, then back. At least until I start disliking Apex again. I can phrase things correctly. I'd rather do it. Text is just to me, just how my brain works. It's hard for me to understand, right? I've gotten better about it, but it's always been really hard for me to understand what people are saying and thinking. That's my issue. I'm not very good at it. The writer in me. I just overthink too much is my problem. And Perps can tell you. Just how my brain works. Like, overthinking is really bad. So, like, I'll read a sentence, right? Or whatever she's saying. And then I will, like, think about it. And I'll have, like, 4 or 5 different things it can be. And Perps is like, what are you doing? Oh, I forgot to... Thank you guys for watching and hanging out as we played Tomb Raider. I appreciate you. Have a great day. You overthink it never. Yeah, a little bit.